Hey guys, what's up? So today I wanted to do summer life hacks. This was one of my favorite videos to film last year, so I'm so freaking excited. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and let's get into the video.
Okay, so our first hack for the summertime is how to fix a bikini bottom. That just made me think of SpongeBob. I don't know about you. So you just need a needle and thread and then an old pair of bikini bottoms. And I'm talking about the ones that have like the blown out bottom that nobody wants to see. So I'm going to show you how to fix them. So first things first, grab a pair of bikinis that you want to fix and place them upside down so you can see the back. Then grab a needle and thread, and you just want to thread your needle. Now I know I don't know about you guys, but I hate sewing projects, but I promise this one is actually worth doing. So what you want to do is basically just weave your needle in and out down the back side of the bikini. It's very simple. It's just like a very basic weave. And then once you get about halfway, you can scrunch it and test it out. So as you can see, I didn't really do that much, but you can see it goes over and under and just repeats going down. So I did about halfway through the bikini and stopped, and then I just pulled the thread tight at the top after I tied a knot at the bottom, and this just scrunches the back and basically gives you a more defined look in the back. So not only does this fix like the saggy bottom problem, but it also makes it look like you've got a slightly bigger butt and you didn't even have to work out to get it. So heck yes, that's amazing. So once you're happy with it, you can just tie it at the top. You could go further down the bottom if you wanted to too. Just keep that in mind. So next I'm going to show you guys how to make the easiest pool chair ever. All you need are zip ties and a pool noodle and a laundry bag. So the zip ties just work like that, just in case you didn't know what I was talking about. Now we can go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is take a pool noodle and you just want to fold it in half like in a U shape, and then you just want to cut it. So I'm just using a knife and very carefully cutting the bottom end so I have two pieces instead of one. So we're not going to use these pieces yet, but just set them aside and we're going to grab them in just a second. So next you want to take another pool noodle and bend it just like you did the first one, and this is going to be the base of your chair. Also, depending on like your physique, you might want to use bigger pool noodles. I grabbed these tiny ones, and when I was done I realized this chair is basically made for a toddler, so just keep that in mind. So I use a zip tie to just lock the corners of these two together. So you just kind of crisscross the noodles and then take the zip tie and tie them together. This is so easy. I was doubting if this would actually hold this properly, but I guess with the texture of the noodle and the zip tie, it actually is pretty sturdy. And then you just want to take the other pool noodle from earlier and place it on the other side. This is just to give it a little bit more durability so you can float in it and have the best time ever. So then you want to take the laundry bag and you just want to thread it in the middle of those two pool noodles and pull it down to the end, and then using another zip tie you're just going to secure it. So I'm sorry, I hope this makes sense. I'm the worst at explaining things. It's really pitiful, but you just want to seal the bottom with the zip tie, and I did 3 on the bottom just to make sure it was really secure. You could just do 1, but I recommend the more the merrier. And then when you're done, you can throw it in the pool and put it to use. So this next one is super easy, and all you need is your phone. So if you ask Siri what is the UV index, she'll tell you at what point in the day the sun's rays are the strongest. That way you can know either when to stay out of the sun or when to double up on sunscreen and things like that. Next, I'm going to show you guys a really weird way to clean your sunglasses. All you need is a coffee filter. I know sunglasses come with those like microfiber cloths, but I always lose them, but I always have coffee filters. So I was a little nervous to try this just because these are my favorite sunglasses, but you can just take the coffee filter and rub them on the lenses, and this will actually clean off your sunglasses. And I was trying to show you guys the dirty side versus the clean. That's the dirty one and that's the clean, but it's kind of hard to capture on camera just because so many reflections and stuff, but it does really work. So every year I see this life hack for baby powder on your skin to help with sand, and another idea that I have for you is just to put it directly onto your shoes. Basically the baby powder makes the sand like fall off, so if you want to keep your shoes in particular clean from the sand, you can just coat them in a little bit of baby powder and just rub it in, and this way when you're using them on the beach, the sand won't stick to your shoes. So I got a little carried away because I found this article that was like 100 things to do with a pool noodle, and I was like, yes! And one of them was to make a koozie. So all you need is an old pool noodle, and you can just cut it with a knife, and just remember to be really careful whenever you're handling a knife, because I have accidentally cut myself way too many times to count, so just be careful. So once you have the little piece ready to go, I just cut off the edge because it was super crooked. Like, I'm just really bad at life, and I was like, oh my god, what did I do? So I just fixed that. And then you just want to carve out the center of the pool noodle as best you can. So I started and made like 4 little slits on each side, and then I just went in and kind of tried to peel them out. And you want to carve it as deep as you possibly can so that you can actually fit a drink in there. And that way, when you're floating in the pool, you can have a drink by your side just floating around. Okay, last pool noodle hack, I promise. So all you need for this one is, of course, a pool noodle and a knife, basically just like all the other ones. And what you want to do is cut off a small piece at the end. And then once you have your piece separated, you can just take your knife and you want to cut down the center so that you have one of the sides unattached, so it's like not a circle anymore. And basically this is like the easiest way in the world to make a doorstop. And this is good for the summertime if you just like want to leave the door open, let a fresh breeze in, and like, I don't know, you have like a weird door that closes or something. I don't know, live your life, whatever you do. But it attaches to the door super easily, and then it just keeps it from closing. It's just magic, basically. So yeah. So whenever I walk my dog in the summer, I get a million mosquito bites, and this is something that's really easy to do if you have one. All you need to do is take a little bit of Orajel and put it on the bite you have. This will soothe the itching, so you can leave it alone and it'll get better faster. So now I want to show you guys a few cool ways to help with sunburns, because I know they are not fun. One of the first ways is actually with watermelon. Watermelon is rich with antioxidants which limit UV radiation in your body, so definitely eat a lot of it, and it's also full of water, so it'll keep you hydrated too. The next thing that'll also help you with sunburn that you might not know is an avocado and olive oil. So basically you can take an avocado and just mash it up into a bowl. And I like to cut mine long ways first and then cut it diagonal after. I used to work in a restaurant and this was how everyone did it, and it was just so easy. And then you can just take the spoon and then scoop out the rest and mash it up. So once you have it all mashed in your bowl, you can just add a little bit of olive oil, and then you can rub this on any burns you have. I did not go out and get a sunburn just for this video. I'm sorry, I'm not quite that dedicated, but just be careful. Definitely make sure you're using sunscreen, but this should help with some of the irritation and pain from a sunburn. So last but not least, this is a really easy car hack for you. If you drive with your hands at the bottom of the steering wheel, leave your car parked like this. But if you're like me and you drive like a grandma and you hold the top of your steering wheel, turn it upside down when you park. That way, the bottom part of the steering wheel will be closest to the sun and get the hottest, and then the top part will actually be cool, so when you go to drive, it won't burn your hands.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions at all, you can leave them down below, and I will see you later. Bye.
Wait, yeah, you have to say someone else is hot this time.
Oh goodness.
She holds the bread knife.
Hot. Have y'all seen Ashley Tisdale? That's just hot.
You just have some dog ice cream? Yeah? Is that all your drool? It looks like an ice cream massacre, like it's all just laying out like, whew.